We do not charge for vendors.
We do not charge for, like, in your guest count.
In your guest count. We do not charge for vendors in your guest count. So as business professionals, we understand that people need to eat. Photographer, videographer, DJs, your photo booth people, those individuals who, if you hired an outside planner and their staff,
correct.
We understand that those people are doing a job because we've been there, done that.
Right.
You know, it was many years that people paid hundreds of dollars just to know that Stacy and her staff was coming to the venue, and they were like, look, I need y'all to eat because I didn't pay this money for y'all in my guest count. So they're like eagering us to eat and drink, and that's not what we're there for. So
right.
I would never put that price of burden upon my clients.
But again, just as long as we know.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes to the whole point of, yes, you can bring in your vendors, but that's the conversation of knowing who's coming into the space. For example, you have a planner, you have a designer. They're going to be there the entire time. Now, I don't know why a designer needs to be there the entire time, but it's possible. Planning team, design team, production team you have coming in. We need to know how many people. Because again, we're not charging you for your vendors to come in. So if they have 10 people.
And they need to go to McDonald's.
If they have 10 people and we only prepare for 2, then it's like, that's not the conversation that we have. So
but as a vendor professional, you don't expect the venue to feed you. If you got paid for a job as a production person or a designer, your job is to design, take that team of people, go off site, take a breather, and then come back in.
That's what I did as a designer.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's why we have the conversation with you, so that you can have a conversation with your vendors to know, okay, well, how many, are in your staff? How many are in your team that's going to be there the entire time that needs to eat? Other than that, they normally set up a job and keep it moving. They come back and dismantle or break down everything. But this video was going to help you, again, to have a organized and planned event. Because some of these things you just, for one, don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, or you don't know to ask. And so because we've been doing this for 16 plus years, as me being a planner and designer before I became a venue owner, I know what questions to ask to help you know what questions to ask as well. So again, we don't charge for vendors to come in and eat and drink.
We do observe to see.
We do observe. And we may say something because again, if we had the conversation about 3 people in a planning team and there's 15 of them, we're going to say something.
Are we constantly looking for a photographer and videographer because they constantly in a bar and
sitting down drinking?
I'm
going to say something.
Yeah.
Because again, they're there for a job, just like we're there for a job. And then ultimately, as a vendor team, and I say vendor team because even though they don't specifically work for us, we work for you.
Right.
So we're going to make sure that the entire team, from photography, videography, planning, design, all on the same page to make sure that your event is taken care of. So that's how we'll do that.